Hey y'all, welcome to another custom figure showcase. So today we're going to be showcasing a custom Black Series Dark Trooper figure. Now I've been hyping up this video for a long time. It took me about 5 weeks to finally build this guy. It was the first print that I tried. I failed so many times. I had to learn about exposures, the lifting speed, the lifting distance, so many intricate things about 3D printing to finally have this Dark Trooper. So this 3D model was designed by Skylu3D design, and he did an absolutely amazing job with this one. It includes alternate hands, it includes a blaster, you can do a bunch of things with it, it has posing, and it's just an amazing figure. The problems that I had with printing are not his problems, they were mostly my problems, like me trying to figure out the 3D printer. And after doing my first Dark Trooper, it blew up right in my face. I hadn't glued him perfectly yet, so the glue was a little bit wet yet, and I tried standing him up and I left the room and he fell down and he just blew up, and I was so pissed off. But I finally have a working Dark Trooper. Now for those who don't know, the Dark Trooper's first appearance is not in The Mandalorian. It actually came back way in 1995 in the Dark Forces video game. I've already made a video covering Dark Forces, and it's one of my favorite Star Wars games because it's also one of my first-person shooter games. I remember me as a kid playing it on PlayStation 1, running around with my E11 shooting down stormtroopers and fighting the Dark Trooper. To this day, Kyle Katarn is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Now for this guy, I printed about 55 pieces I think it was in total for him, including all the alternate hands. And I did it in 3 different batches. And it took me pretty much about like 18 hours to print all the extra pieces. And when I finally had everything together, it was so satisfying. The problems that I did with my first version of the Dark Trooper was that I painted the figure before building it, and adding that paint gave it an extra layer to the figure. So it was really hard to put all the pieces together, and I broke so many joints and little pieces. So the second time, I boiled some water, I had really hot water next to me, and I heated up all the pieces before sticking them all together. After that, I did a spray paint coat of black matte paint. After that, I added the red details on his eyes and his chest piece. After that, I took some silver paint and added a little bit of weathering and some silver parts to his joints. To make this figure really stand out, I sealed it in gloss paint so it really has that Dark Trooper feel to it. The way that light reflects to it just, gives you that Dark Trooper energy. So I'm still not satisfied with this version of the Dark Trooper. I want it to look a little bit cleaner, so I'll be making a third Dark Trooper. You can see me making a whole army of Dark Troopers before Hasbro releases one. And it's so cool to have a design from 1995 to be reimagined in live action in 2021. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. So I would definitely rank this 3D print build as one of the harder ones, and it really taught me a lot about 3D printing and the basics of it and how to make a good high quality print. I am so happy to finally be able to showcase this Dark Trooper off. Like I said, it's been about 5 weeks since I first mentioned it. I think I mentioned it before I even got a 3D printer. I was like, the Dark Trooper is gonna be the first video, and yeah, it was way harder than I was expecting. And for the next videos, I have a lot of ideas and a lot of projects that I want to show off. I'm really happy that we got our first trailer for Book of Boba Fett. It looks like a nice mafia Star Wars crime syndicate show, which I'm super down for. And I also got that Imperial Crosshair figure, which I did some adjustments to make him look a little bit more accurate to the show. And I also have a haul of new figures that I got. I got the Dave Filoni Trapper Wolf figure. I also got the Walmart exclusive Shock Troopers and Admiral Rampart. So I have a bunch of things that I want to show off. Like, I want to give you a tutorial on how to properly weather clone troopers and make them look a little bit more realistic. And I'm super happy with how the channel is doing. Thank you so much for all the comments, all the subscriptions, everything. It means so much to me. and thank you so much. So stay tuned for the next video. I still don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I have a lot of ideas, so stay tuned.